So today I'm back and we're talking about the $60 million script. The first section of it, if you haven't seen it, click up here somewhere and go back and watch that first episode 1 about our sales scripting, and that'll give you some context on this app. First step was framework. So now what I'll do is I'll go back to the very start of the framework and I'll work myself through over a period of episodes, right? So it's just going to be a 10-minute episode focused on introduction. So you need to introduce yourself to your customer. So a lead comes through, hits your CRM, they've gone through a little bit of nurturing, and now you need to call your customer. So this is about a human sales team, and you've got agents on the phone calling Matt Damon, your customer who just sent you a lead. So you've called Matt Damon and you need to introduce yourself, right? So you got to think about how you're going to do that. So in the script, this is what we do. We've got, hi Matt Damon, it's Lawrence calling from X. How are you going today? It gets them to engage with you. Yes, I'm going great. Or, hey mate, I'm really busy. Or, hey, where are you calling from? All these things will ensue after you say that first thing. But in most cases, 99% of the time, they're going to go, mate, I'm good. How are you? You're going to say, yes, I'm good. And then you're going to do an element of identification, right? So what that means is, why are you calling them? So, hey Matt, you sent through an inquiry regarding one of our programs, our online programs. I'm just calling you to follow up on that. Do you have 2 minutes to talk? That's it. Now I'm out. Now I'm going to have him engage with me again. So let me do it again. I'll just do it in sequence. Hey Matt, Lawrence calling from X here. How are you going today? Good, great. Hey, listen, the reason for my call, I'm calling you because you sent us an inquiry about X. I'm just calling to follow up on that. Do you have 2 minutes to chat now? So that's the walk-in. Now, when we script it, everyone has to say essentially the same thing. Even though framework is, you can move around that framework and assume your own personality type and do all that sort of stuff. When it comes to the intro and page 1 of our script, you have to follow it 100%. Well, let's say 98%, 95%, because we don't want our agents to deviate in that first sort of 10 to 16 seconds worth of engagement with the customer, right? Because the tonality in the introduction is so critical. The customer will make a decision within that first 10 seconds or 6 seconds, whether they're going to talk to you or not. So you got to get that right, man. It's so critical to get that right. Tonality plays a big part in that. I'm just going to keep moving forward. Okay, so the next thing is, if they say no, okay, great. Well, look, what I'd like to do, could I give you a call this afternoon when you're available, or tomorrow morning or afternoon, what suits you best? So what we're trying to do is we're trying to ascertain the connection to the client, trying to get the best possible time that suits their schedule, and we're not being dictatorial, right? We're not saying, hey, I've got a time tomorrow at 3, can you fit that? What happens is you're trying to get them through a little narrow hole, and it's very difficult. So get them to hit the hole and knock it through the wall, any size they want and any place on the wall that they want to. So just ask them when they're available. I'll just do it in sequence, halfway through our intro. Hey, Matt Damon, it's Lawrence calling from X. How are you today? I'm good, great. Hey, listen, you sent through an inquiry. That's why I'm calling today about X. Have you got a couple of minutes to chat with me now? Look, I don't, I'm really busy. Mate, no harm, no foul. Well, look, could I call you this afternoon or tomorrow? Morning or afternoon, what suits you best? Call me tomorrow afternoon. Great. What time works best for you? Again, they're going to choose a time. Call me at 3 o'clock. Great. Now I'm going to qualify that slightly. Absolutely, I can call you at 3 o'clock. I'll get that set up now. Is that when you knock off work? He goes, no. I says, oh, so you'll still be at work? He goes, yeah. Well, when do you finish? 4 o'clock. I says, well, do you want me to call you at 4 when you're in the car driving home? How long does it take you to get home? See what I'm doing? I'm trying to, he's picked 3, that's great, but I'm trying to get him away off-site, focused on my call. He goes, it takes me 30 minutes to get home. I says, great. Well, look, if you've got hands free, how about I call you just after 4 o'clock and it's just a 10 or 15 minute call? Great. So I know he's going to be focused and he's not going to have distraction around him. So I'm trying to put him in the right position for me to speak to him. Now, what if they say, yeah, mate, I've got a couple minutes to chat. Okay, great. So the first thing we're going to lean into in the introduction is definition of why or reason why they sent through the inquiry, right? So can I ask, Matt, why did you send through the inquiry? What are you looking to achieve exactly? They sent it through for a reason. So if you think about what a lead is, right? A lead is, they've seen an advertisement on Google as a search, right? So that's high quality, or on Meta, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or wherever you may be playing your marketing game. And when they saw the aesthetic, they read the copy, they clicked the button. At that moment in time, something is going through their brain that's connected to what you advertised. You've got to wind them back to that. It's really critical, because what's happened, let me tell you what's happened. It's been a couple of days since you managed to get to the first call, which is cool. That's fine. Their dog got hit by a car, they had to take to the vet. Their alarm didn't go off, so they're late for work, had a fight with the wife, it's raining, boss has been a bit of a prick. All these things are going on in their lives, as things do. With all of that noise, you have to pull them back. You got to take them back to the reason why they sent it. So you got to, that is why I don't want to speak to anyone who doesn't have the time to speak to me and who is distracted. I need someone's attention to be able to walk them through the call. And if you're busy, I'm not going to have your attention. If you're in a meeting, you're on a work site, it's very difficult for me to get your attention. So I need to segregate you out away from all the noise and get you focused on me and the call. And that's just how I roll. I'm not saying that you have to do that for everybody, because sometimes you won't get the opportunity. But if someone wants to deal with me, I need their undivided attention, right? So I can help them, because I can't help them if they're distracted, right? All right, so I've gone, what are you looking to achieve exactly? I pause, I let them speak, and then I react to what they tell me. And they might say, okay, so we sell education, just to reiterate again, so they're looking to achieve either pivot to a new industry, make more money, or they're looking to get a license or some type of commercial registration or something like that, improve their business, make more money. Like, that's basically the place we play in. So they might go, oh yeah, I'm looking to increase my income. Oh, okay, great. And then I'm not going to start to react to that question specifically. I just want to gather some more data around that. So I might say, so what does that look like exactly? What do you mean? I said, well, you want to increase your income. Have you thought about what that looks like? Is it a big increase, a small increase? Oh no, it's just a small increase. Okay, so if you don't mind me asking, what do you want now? I'm on $75,000 a year. Okay, so what's your sort of optimum goal in the next 1, 2, or 3 years? Have you thought about that? No, I haven't. Okay. Well, maybe we can talk about that later on in the call. So now I know he hasn't thought about the number. So later on in the call, I can help him try and bring all that and bring all that together, right? So I'll ask him another question. Okay, so what's forced you to do this? Have you been thinking about it for a long time? Or is this something new? Or have there been some recent events to sort of force you to maybe look at upskilling or educating yourself to increase your income? He might go, a whole bunch of reasons will happen in that space. It could be, no, I've been thinking about it for a couple of years. So now I know he doesn't know what the number is, and he's been thinking about it for 2 years. So he's been in that element of procrastination. So I can sort of help him out with that, right? And sort of put him on a bit of a pathway. So now I know how to manage the call as I move through it. And then I might ask a couple of pre-qualification questions, which might be, okay, so, are you degree qualified? What sort of education have you done? What industry are you working in? What are you looking to pivot to? What sort of job are you looking for? How long have you been doing that? Are you trade qualified? All these things happen, right? But I'm not going to go too deep, because I'm going to leave that for discovery, because I still haven't set the agenda yet. So just be very careful, right? So I'm only going to ask 1, 2, or 3 questions, get enough information to contextualize the rest of the call, get them involved in developing rapport on the phone, and then I'm going to stop. And I'm going to say, hey, great, thanks for that, I do appreciate it. Let me tell you what I'd like to do on the call today. Right, so I've asked him for a couple of minutes up front. This has only taken 60 seconds, and I've got another minute, right? So now I need to pre-qualify the time with him again, see if I can carry the call on for another 5 minutes. And I haven't done that yet, but I'll do that shortly. So what I do is I set the agenda. Agenda setting is so critical. So I'm going to go, so look, what I'd like to do on the call today is I'd like to run you through the program. I'll give you all the ins and outs and how it works. I'd like to talk to you about cost and payment options and how that comes together and what we have to offer in that space. And then what I'd like to do is to talk about and answer all of your questions, right? And they go, yeah, great. So now I set my element of respect, and I will say to them, look, I want to be respectful of your time. So if you need to break away from the call, please let me know, and then I'll call you back. And that's it. And now I'm into discovery. So I'm going to run through the whole introduction from start to finish, okay? Okay, so Matt, Lauren's calling from X here. Look, how are things today? Yeah, great, excellent. Look, you sent through an inquiry regarding this X program. I'm just calling you to follow up on that. Would you have a couple of minutes to chat now? Yep, absolutely, I do, Lawrence. Okay, great, appreciate that. So can I ask, why did you send through the inquiry? What are you looking to achieve exactly? Now they're talking, and I've got, okay, great. So how long have you been thinking about that? Couple of years. Okay, great. And what stopped you from making the leap into doing that in the last couple of years? Well, I really can't afford it. Okay, great. Look, I understand. So if I can ask quickly, what sort of pay increase are you looking to achieve over the next sort of 12 to 24 months? I don't really know. Okay, great. Well, look, that's okay. Most people don't. I can help you with that and maybe give you some guidance on that. Just a couple of other questions. Are you formally qualified? Do you have a degree or any type of formal education? No, you don't? Okay, great. And any online education, have you done any of that in the last sort of, 1, 2 or 3 years? No, I haven't. Okay, great. Matt, thank you for all that information. I really do appreciate it. Look, what I'd like to do on the call today is I'd like to run through the program that you inquired about. I can give you all the information about how it works, how long it takes, and what the process looks like for you. I can also talk about cost and payment options, some of the finance options and payment plans we have as well. And of course, I'd like to answer all of your questions that you may have on the call today as well. Is that okay? Yeah, great. My element of respect is this. Hey, look, I want to be respectful of your time. So if you need to break away from the call, please let me know. The call's going to be about another 5 or 10 minutes. I hope that's okay. But if you need to break away, let me know and I'll do a follow-up call with you later on this afternoon. That's it. Now I'm out. Now I'm into my discovery. And that's our whole introduction that we use. Very simple, very respectful, very accommodating. It's engaging with the customer, it develops rapport, and it focuses your call on results, right? So I'm gonna leave it there. On the next series, we will dive into what the discovery component of our sales call looks like. So thanks for joining. We'll talk to you then. Look, I hope you found something that you like. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button. Really appreciate your watching and look forward to speaking to you next time.